Let's go over the process of changing the transducers now. First, always make sure the unit is unplugged and the water line disconnected when performing any maintenance. Remove the fan cover as discussed earlier, but in this case it's best to remove the humidistat line completely from the MistFree. This will make it easier to move around and work with when changing the transducers. Simply take a Tech screwdriver and insert it in the slot above the wire to release the clamp and pull the wire out. You want to do this for all 4 wires that connect to the humidistat. After removing the wiring, you can set the fan cover aside to protect it. You're then going to want to remove the water from the water pan completely. A shop vac is the easiest way to perform this process. You can then carefully tip the MistFree vertical on its side. Always tip the unit away from the side with the water connection and electrical cord. You can then use an electric driver to remove the 5 1/4-inch bolts on the front and back of the MistFree's wheelbase. Note each of these 1/4-inch bolts will have a lock washer with it. Be sure to save and reuse both. You can then simply remove the unit's wheelbase. This will allow you access to the transducer bed. You can see each transducer has a corresponding circuit board that drives it. There will be a blue and yellow wire in between the circuit board and transducer. There is also a daisy chain harness that connects and powers all the circuit boards of the unit. You will need a number 6 socket to remove the transducer and circuit board. If you're using an electric driver, have it set at about torque 4. First, remove the 2 daisy chain wires from the circuit board, and then you can remove the transducer and circuit board. Simply unscrew the 2 screws that hold the transducer on, and the 2 screws that hold the circuit board on. You can then remove the circuit board and transducer completely. Be sure to save and reuse the plastic O-ring and red grommet seal where the transducer mounts. The transducer will not be sealed to the water pan without this and will cause a water leak and will damage the circuit boards. You always want to replace both the transducer and the circuit board when changing a unit's transducers. Take your new circuit board and transducer and simply install them where you removed your old ones. Again, make sure your plastic O-ring is in place and the transducer sits flat and flush to be watertight. Again, have your electric driver set at about torque 4 when retightening your number 6 lock nuts. Over-tightening these lock nuts down can break the metal studs that the lock nuts attach to, or over-tighten the transducer, breaking its seal and causing it to leak. Do not over-tighten the transducer when reassembling. After the circuit board and transducer are reinstalled, make sure you plug the transducer into its circuit board per instruction. Yellow on pin 1 and blue on pin 2. Also